Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, it's coming together. I took all these individual pieces and left them in vinegar overnight. What I found, vinegar helps, knock the scale down a little bit, but doesn't remove it. I used this knife. You can use any knife, but a Rough Rider knife. And it's better than using a file, because a file just starts taking off metal. But this, you can sit there, and I scraped all that off the tang, and I fixed these pieces as much as I could. And then I stuck this thing like this, straight up and down, and I take a little, piece and fit it over the end. Some of these are not cut quite as open as other ones, some of them go in easier. Yeah, I'm working with a naked blade, but you just got to be careful what you're doing. But I usually have it sitting here like this, the point sitting down like this, and I started on the end here. See, some of these are really tight, so rather than fiddle around with it, I just look for another one. We got 100 pieces here, it's not like I'm going to run out. And I start it. And then they just slide down. That's why you got to watch out that your hands don't slide past them and onto the blade. But it usually doesn't meet that much resistance. And you just... And then, before it gets too far up, I'm just compressing them a little bit, I tap on this, I tap on that, and that took out a lot of the gaps that I saw in here. There's still going to be some gaps until I get it all up there, but I just wanted these. See, if you try to do that later on up here, maybe you'll only push this part. You won't be compressing that, so you have to get them fitting. Because, the big issue is this thing comes loose. The guard will come loose, and it's being held on just by the friction of these pieces. So, anyway, I'm going to finish that up. Put the end cap on. Peen it over. And then just start shaping this. That's all that's left after that. You really don't even have to... I mean, this feels good right now, but it won't feel as good as a contoured one. So, I'll probably add this to another video because this didn't take very long. Alright, we're at the last part of it. And you've got that little shoulder and then a step down. Well, when I put this on, it looks like, there would be a little gap there, and I could stick another spacer in. But when I do, if I stick another spacer in there, I don't have this sticking out. It goes about like that. And that's... I've been tapping on these, so these are compressed. I've been tapping on with the tack hammer here. These are probably more compressed than just loosely putting them on there. And that's why I've got a little bit of a gap there. But I'm going to leave it like that because... see, this is not compressing those. It's not even, coming into contact with them. But if you take and put, like I said, another one on top of here, you don't have this shoulder to hold the pieces. You're getting more down to this narrow part. So, like I said, all this friction here helps keep this handguard tight, and if it's loose, it won't be tight. Now, this will only push down to this shoulder. It won't go any further. It won't compress these. Because it's coming to that physical lip. That the physical shoulder, basically. See that shoulder right there? This piece only goes that far. So it's only, you can bang on it all you want, it's not going to go past that shoulder there. So, in this case, this is the last one that can go on. And then this sits here, and then this goes like this. And then it's a matter of peening that over. And I don't think I need to heat that, but I do need to just put it in something and start smashing it till it mushrooms. I believe that's the way it works. And then it's shaping this, because look, I mean, that's a pretty thick handle, man. It doesn't feel bad, it's just that it's fairly obtuse right now and fairly blocky. But you can see my fingers go all the way around and come to my palm on this, and it could still do it. Anyways, that's the last stage of it, or almost last stage, is securing the handle and then shaping the leather. So we're almost there. Right here I'm filing the tang flat right there, because when I filed it off I beveled it and everything just to make the stuff go in easier. But when you peen it, you're taking the metal and rolling the edges, and if you've got it beveled, it's going to take you a while. So I learned that from my YouTube university. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, watch a video of somebody who maybe does know what they're doing, and copy. And that's what I'm doing, because I've never done this before. And I don't want to learn by making a bunch of mistakes that I could avoid by just doing a little research. And YouTube is research. So there you go. I was wondering if I should, take all the stacks out and blowtorch or, anneal this. But I can tell from filing that this tang is softened. It's not hardened. So I shouldn't have any problem. I shouldn't have to do that, basically. And I did not use epoxy in here. And I'm glad I didn't, because the thing I was researching, the guy that makes knives and stuff, said that he likes to not use epoxy if at all possible, because if anything ever goes wrong and you want to replace it, all you got to do is, file this off and it all pops off easily. But if you've got epoxy in there, you got a big mess on your hands trying to get all that off. It's going to take a lot more effort. So, and he said also, if you've got any gaps now, don't think that tightening it up is going to help. So what I did was I split one of these, the very last one. I split it. I cut it with a razor blade because there was a gap here, and that's what I was thinking, that maybe, it'll swell or whatever else. But this way, now, at least it's sealed as much as it can. It's still a little bit loose, but these stacks right here are all tight. Anyway, I'm just filing this, trying to make it completely flat. I still have room, to peen. I have peening room. And this, it's hitting the shoulder right now, so it's not like you can hammer down on this and tighten stuff up. Anyways, there you go. Almost finished with this part of it. Well, to do this properly, I need a ball peen hammer. And, I can kind of simulate it by, hitting on the side of this, but it's better just to have a rounded surface. I thought I had one, but I've moved so often and stuff has gone missing. So, I'm in no rush on this. I want to do it properly. So, I'm just going to wait until, they're not much, but really I don't have any money right now. And tomorrow, potentially YouTube could pay me, but it says I've only made like $71, so I doubt if they're going to pay me this month. since they paid me last month. They seem to every other month pay me. So I can't count on that, but I've seen how to do it and everything, and you just take your time. This is already softened, I know, and I'm just going to take my time and peen it. I didn't put anything here to protect the blade because, the blade is already damaged, and this is part of it, And, yeah, so then it's going to be shaping it, but, for right now, that's the update. I'm on a pause right now. The maintenance guy I know has a ball peen hammer, but today is Sunday, and he doesn't usually work on Sunday unless there's a call out. So Monday I can go up and talk to him and just borrow it and just hammer away, and then eventually I'll buy one. But that's the fastest way I can think of getting it. And then I still have to finish shaping it and all that other stuff, but it's almost finished. And I just like to say I've really enjoyed this process. I like working with my hands. I like discovering new things, and different things. And when this is finished, this will probably be my favorite knife of this version. I have a brand new one. I have one that has special meaning because it was given to me, and it's weathered, and it's the Camillus, and everything. That's nice also, but it was my favorite one because it had been used and weathered. Well, this one's been with me, since the military. It's been with me over to England and everything else. So it has sentimental value to me. And if I want to pick up a knife, an Air Force survival knife, and use it for anything, I'm probably going to go with the one that has a sentimental value because it's been around, it's been knocked around just like me, and it's still standing. It may need a little repair. It may not look like it was when it first came out, but it's still standing. It still can function. And that's nice to know that, a knife can go through basically abuse, getting water dunked on it for over 10 years and its handle rotting out, but it can be recovered, And is it worth it? To me, it's worth it. That's just an individual thing. To you, to another individual, anybody else, it might not have been worth it. That's fine. That's why we're all different. Different people have different expectations and different things they went through in life. But to me, this knife has been with me for a long time, and hopefully it'll be with me till I die. And when I die, if I'm, like I said, if I got an indication that I'm going to pass away soon, they give me, I don't go to doctors very often, so I don't see how they could give me a negative, like, sir, you only have 6 months to live or 3 months to live. I'm going to start giving knives away. I'm going to start giving them to people in the community that I know that would appreciate it. Giving away. I don't want any knives in return because, you've got a terminal illness. But that's the only way this thing's going to part with my company, That's the only way. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to give it away, and I'm not going to throw it away. The only way I'm going to give it away is if I'm dying, and I know it. You don't always get a warning. Sometimes it just comes right up on you. Boom! Anyways, that's my update for now. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.